So in this video, we are going to learn how to analyze and categorize user requests and send on Discord channel. Let's say you have created an online form using Google Forms, using which you are collecting some user requests or user feedbacks. And on the basis of what kind of request the user is making, you want to forward or share the summary of the request on the dedicated Discord channel. If the user is sharing a bug report, you want to share the details on the bug report Discord channel. If they are sharing a genuine feedback or a general inquiry, you want to share the details on their dedicated Discord channel. Now this AI agent is going to completely automate this process for you. Now this AI agent will first capture the new responses which we are getting on Google Form or any other form building application. Then after that, this AI agent will send the same details to OpenAI or to any other AI platform, and using OpenAI, it is going to analyze and categorize the response as well. That in which category this response falls. Is it a bug report, a feedback, a general inquiry, or anything like that? And later on the basis of that, this AI agent will automatically share the responses or the form responses, form submission data to that dedicated Discord channel as well. Now, if you want to build this AI agent all by yourself, for that, let me just take you to my screen.
So as you can see, this is the Google form which I have created, using which I'm getting the request from the user. Now, instead of Google Forms, you might have created some other forms or might be getting the user response or the user request from some other source. So in this video, we are going to build an AI agent using which, as we get a user response or a user request, this AI agent will capture the details, send it to AI platform like OpenAI, it will analyze and categorize it, and at last, according to the type of the request, we are going to share the details of the request on the dedicated channel on our Discord server. So if it is a bug report, we'll share it on this particular channel. If it's a feature request, then we have a different channel. We have a different channel for general inquiries and a different for user feedback. Now to build this AI agent, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. Now to get started with Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up free. Now, if you're new to Pabbly, by clicking on this sign up free button, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you're an existing Pabbly user, just click on sign in. After signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. And here we just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And as we click on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. After reaching to this dashboard, we have to click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as AI agent for user request analysis. AI agent for user request analysis. You can give any other name as per your choice. Then just select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this workflow and click on create. And as you click on create, the workflow will open in front of us. Now we are going to create this workflow for the AI agent, using which we are going to first capture the responses from Google Forms, send it to AI platform for analysis and categorization, and at last, on the basis of the category OpenAI or AI agent is basically getting, on the basis of that, we will be sharing the details of that request on the dedicated channel on Discord. So the workflow is open, and in this workflow, you can see we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole AI agent, this workflow works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger step. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect this Google form or the source from which we are getting the user request with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. So because I'm using Google Form as a source to collect the details from the user, I will be choosing the application as Google Forms over here. After selecting Google Forms, in trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as new response received. As we select this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we have to add this webhook URL in our Google form, or should I say into the Google Sheet in which all the form responses of Google Forms are stored. So to add this webhook URL, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy the webhook URL from here and go to the Google form which you have created. After creating the Google form, just make sure that the last question of your Google form is marked as required, as this is very important. Then from the questions tab over here, we will go to this responses tab, and under responses tab, you can see this option of link to sheets. Just click on it, select create a new spreadsheet and click on create. And as you click on create here, you can see in a new tab, a Google Sheet will open in front of us. And this is the Google spreadsheet in which the Google form responses which we are going to receive from here will be stored. And we are going to connect this Google spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. So we are going to add the webhook URL in this Google Sheet. Now to add the webhook URL, just go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. And as we click on Get Add-ons, we will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here in Search app, we have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks over here. Let me just correct it, Pabbly Connect webhooks. And here you can see that Pabbly Connect webhooks. This add-on is already installed in my Google Sheets. You just have to install the same add-on into your own Google Sheets account, and after installing it, just refresh your Google Sheets once. After refreshing your Google Sheets, you can see that under extensions, you will be able to see the same add-on of Pabbly Connect webhook. Just hover on it and click on this initial setup button. And as we click on initial setup, this dialog box will appear in front of us. And it is basically asking us three different things. First one is selected sheet, second one is webhook URL, and third one is trigger column. Now in this Google spreadsheet, we have only one sheet named as form responses 1. So by default, it has selected the same sheet form responses 1. In the field of webhook URL, as you can guess, we are going to enter the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. So here from the Pabbly Connect workflow from the trigger step, copy the webhook URL and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, it is asking us for the trigger column. Now you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So trigger column is basically the last column of our Google spreadsheet in which the form responses will be stored. So in the background, you can see column F is going to be my trigger column because it is the last column in which the Google form responses will be stored. So I'm going to enter column F as the trigger column. Then after that, just click on this submit button. And as we click on submit, it is showing us that the setup is configured successfully. Now we'll just close the dialog box, go to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and this time we have to select this option of send on event. By selecting send on event, we are telling this Google Sheet, we are telling this add-on that whenever we receive a new form response and the data of form submission is added in this Google spreadsheet as a new row till our trigger column, then immediately, instantly send that data to Pabbly Connect. Now here in Pabbly Connect workflow, it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to capture some response of a new form submission from Google Forms. So let's do it. I'll just copy the link of this form over here and then open it in a new tab. And we are going to make a dummy form submission. So here I'm going to enter the name of the person. The name of the person is, for example, demo user. This is the name. Then after that, this is the email address of this user who is making the form submission over here. And after that, here we are going to enter the subject line as well. So I've already copied a subject line. I want the subject line to be add duplicate flow option. Then here we are basically asking the user for the description or some more details. So I have already copied a detail over here. So let me just paste it. The detail says, hey team, it would be really helpful to have a duplicate flow button in the chatbot builder. And we have some other details as well. Then it is asking us for the urgency over here. So here I'll select the urgency as nice to have. So in this way, the form which we have created to collect the user request, I have made the details. I have entered the details of a dummy user in this form. Now I'll just click on the submit button. And as I click on submit here, you can see that in this form, just now we have received a response. And all the form responses are stored in this Google spreadsheet. So here you can see that in this Google Sheet, we have received all the responses over here. Let me just correct the formatting and the alignment over here. Now, after receiving the form response over here, what we want to do, we want to basically collect this form responses in our Pabbly Connect workflow. And because we have connected this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect using the webhook URL, here you can see that in the trigger step of our workflow, we have received a response. And in this response, you can see the details of the exact same form submission. We have the same subject which we have just now entered while making the form submission. We'll scroll down further. Here you can see that we have the same details of the request over here. We'll scroll down further. We have the same urgency, same username, and the email address. So in this way, you can see that we have successfully connected the Google form with Pabbly Connect over here to collect the user request. Now after this, in the next step, we want to send the details or this user request to AI platform like OpenAI to analyze and categorize this. So for that, we will scroll down, come to this action step, and here in Choose App, I'm going to search for OpenAI. So I'm using OpenAI as a platform to analyze and categorize the user request. You can use Gemini, Perplexity, or Claude, any other platform as per your choice. After selecting OpenAI, an action event from the drop-down, we are going to select the action event as ChatGPT Structured AI Output. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our OpenAI account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. To get it, just go to your OpenAI account and from the dashboard, go to this API key section. Click on this Create New Secret Key button and give this API key a name. Let's say I'll name it as Pabbly Connect. Then just select the project of your OpenAI account for which you are generating the API key and permission as all. And click on this Create Secret Key button. As we click on Create Secret Key, the API key will be generated. Just copy the API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting the API key, just click on Save. And as we click on Save here, you can see that our OpenAI account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us to select the AI model. That using which model of OpenAI and ChatGPT, we want to basically analyze and categorize this user request. So I will be using the model as GPT-4o Mini for now. Then it is asking us for the role. That using which role we want to send these details or send the prompt to OpenAI to process it. Now here in the field of row over here in the dropdown, you can select any role as per your choice. Also, if you want to send the prompt in multiple layers for multiple roles, you can do that too as it is mentioned in the help text. Just turn this mapping button on and here in the role section, what you have to do, you have to enter the comma separated roles over here. So let's say I'll just copy these two roles over here. I want to enter two different prompts. I want to first send a message, a prompt as a system role, and here in the user role, I will be sending the form responses. Now, because I want to share or send the prompt in layers over here, I want to send a system prompt and then a user prompt. That's why I have written over here, roles over here, separated by comma. If you want, by adding more roles over here, you can basically send more layered prompt. After entering the roles over here, you can see that because we have added two roles of system and user prompt, two different fields are added over here. If we have added more roles separated by comma, more fields will be added. Now, whatever system prompt we want to send, we are going to enter it in the field of content system. And whatever user prompt we want to send to OpenAI, we are going to enter it in the content user field. So I have already created the prompt. Let me just enter these prompts over here. Okay, so these are the prompts which I have entered over here. I have entered a system prompt which says you are an AI assistant helping categorize user submitted requests from a Google form. Analyze the request details below and determine the appropriate category. And I have also mentioned the categories over here. So I want to categorize the request over here, which we are getting into 4 categories: bug report, feature request, general inquiry, and user feedback. And I have described it as well. And here in the user prompt, in the content user field, we are going to share the Google form responses over here, like the name, email, subject line, details, and urgency, which we have received from Google Forms. Now here, this is the system prompt, and here in the field of user prompt, we have to enter the Google form responses which we have received in the trigger step of this workflow over here. And to add these Google form responses, the user responses from the trigger step of Google Forms to this OpenAI action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of content user field, and here in front of name, we want to add the response of the name of the person which they have entered in Google Forms. So for that, here in the dropdown, you can see a list of all the responses of a new form submission, which we have received from Google Forms in the trigger step of the workflow. Out of all of these responses, select the response of the name of the person and it will be mapped. Then here in front of email, we are going to select and map the response of email. Then in front of subject, we are going to map the response of subject line. In details, we are going to map the response of request details. And in urgency, we are going to select and map the same urgency as well. So in this way, we have entered the system prompt and the user prompt. If you want to add the prompts for multiple roles, you can enter comma separate roles over here and enter the prompt too. Then after that, it is asking us response format. Now, after analyzing it, we want to get two details, two individual information from OpenAI. The first thing which we want is the category. We want OpenAI to categorize this request out of these 4. And the second thing which we want is the summary. So when sending the request details over here, the form responses on Discord, we share a summary as well. Now to get these two kind of responses, we have to basically get the response in JSON schema from OpenAI. We don't want a plain text response. We want the response as JSON schema. Now to get the response as JSON schema from this help text of response format, we have to copy this tag over here in double curly braces and paste it over here. And here in this tag, we are basically specifying that we want the response format or our response type should be JSON schema. And here we have to enter the JSON schema as well. We have to basically share a JSON object or a JSON structure and tell OpenAI that we want the response in this specific format only. Now you must be thinking, what is this JSON schema and how you can create it? So don't worry, you can easily create a JSON schema just by explaining it to a tool of OpenAI itself. Just go to your OpenAI account and then go to this docs section. Under docs, from the left sidebar, go to the structured output field and click on this generate button. Now here in this dialog box, in this pop-up window, you just have to specify that what kind of response you want to collect from OpenAI. So I have already created a description. Let me just enter the same description over here. And here it is. The description is, I want response of request type as either bug report, feature request, general inquiry, or user feedback, and the summary of the complete request. So I've mentioned that I want two things. In the first thing, I want any one option of these four. And then second thing, I want the summary of the complete request. After describing that what kind of response you want, just click on create. And as you click on create, here you can see automatically within seconds, OpenAI is going to generate a JSON schema. And here it is. In this JSON schema, we are getting two responses. First one is request type and second one is the summary. And here in request type as well, we will get only one option out of these four. Now what we have to do, we just don't have to make any changes. Just copy the JSON schema from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in this double curly braces over here. In curly braces, in front of that, before the last curly brace, in front of JSON schema, colon, we have to paste the exact same JSON schema. And in this way, we are telling OpenAI that we want the response in this particular format with these details. Then after entering the response format, the JSON schema over here, it is asking us for the user. Now, if you want to detect or monitor the type of content or the feedback which you are getting, you can enter a unique identifier or unique ID, which is basically unique to each and every user over here. But right now, we don't want to do that, so we can just ignore this field for now. Then it is asking us max token, sampling type, sampling values, presence penalty, frequency penalty, and all of these things. And you can basically change the changes in these things, in these values to control or twerk the kind of response or the answer which you are getting from OpenAI. Right now, I just don't want to make any changes. I'm going with the default values and we'll click on save and send test request. Now, as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we are going to receive some response over here. And the response is received. In this response, we have received two details, request type and summary, the same details which we have mentioned in our JSON schema. Also in front of that, you can see that it has detected this particular query, the form submission which we have received, which we made just now, as a feature request, because it is basically the user is asking the duplicate flow option, a new feature to duplicate the flow. And also we have the summary of the same feature over here as well. So in this way, using this AI agent, we captured the user request from the Google Forms and sent it to OpenAI. And OpenAI has analyzed and categorized this user request and gave us the response. Now after this, what is going to happen? We are going to get the response of user request as any one option out of the four types of requests we have mentioned in this prompt over here. And for each and every type of request, we want to share the details on different Discord channels over here. So if the request type is bug report, then we want to send a message on the bug report channel on Discord. And like that, we have different channels for different types of requests or the type of queries we are receiving from the user. So what is going to happen in this AI agent, in this workflow, we have to create different branches, different routes over here. And each branch, each route will send a message on different channels. And we are going to set up a filter condition for each route as well. And to create this kind of logic for our AI agent, we will just scroll down and click on this Add Action Step button. And we are going to use a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect called Router. Select Router Pabbly over here. After selecting Router Pabbly, in action event from the drop-down, select the action event as run conditionally run, and click on Connect. As you click on Connect, here you can see that by default, two routes are added over here. By clicking on this Add Route button, you can add as many routes as you want. Now here, before we start setting up the route, let me just rename the route over here. So we'll just rename our first route over here. Then after that, just click on this Update button. Now as you click on Update here, you can see that the route is renamed over here. Then just click on this Set Filter and Action Step. And here we have to specify that how this AI agent or this workflow is going to decide that the workflow or the AI agent should continue using this route. So we have to set up a filter condition. Now what is going to happen? We are going to set up a filter condition on the basis of the category of the request which is denoted by OpenAI. So here in select label in this dropdown, you can see a list of all the responses from previous two steps. So from OpenAI responses, we are going to select this response of request type. The filter type will be equals to, and the filter value will be bug report over here. So if OpenAI detect that the user request which we have received is a bug report, in that case, this AI agent will continue the flow or continue working using this route. Then just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, the response which we have captured just now, AI agent has detected this response as a feature request and it is not a bug report. That's why it is showing us the condition is false. This means this condition, this router is working perfectly fine. Now, if they get the bug report, then what we want to do? We want it to send a message on our Discord channel of bug reports over here. So we'll just click on this Add Action Step button, and here in Choose App, we will search for Discord and select it. In Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Send Channel Message over here. Then just click on Connect. After clicking on Connect, it is asking us for the webhook URL. Now here what we have to do, we have to basically connect the Discord channel on which we want to send the messages using Pabbly Connect, using this AI agent over here with this Pabbly Connect workflow. And to make this connection, we have to basically generate a webhook URL for this Discord channel on our Discord server and enter it over here. Now you must be thinking how you can generate this webhook URL. So what you have to do, just click on this down arrow on your Discord server and go to server settings. After going to server settings, go to integrations from the left sidebar and in front of webhooks, click on this create webhook button. As we click on create webhook, a new webhook will be added over here. We are going to give this webhook a name. For example, I'll name it as bug report. This is the name of the webhook. And here we have to select the channel that using this webhook on which particular channel of our Discord server we want to send the messages. In this dropdown, you will get a list of all the channels. So I'm selecting this bug reports channel over here. And then this webhook URL is added over here. Just copy the webhook URL and save the changes over here. After copying the webhook URL, just go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in the webhook URL field. So in this way, using this webhook URL, this AI agent will send the messages on this bug report channel of Discord whenever we are going to get a user request as bug report. After pasting the webhook URL, we have to basically specify that what is the message we want to share over here. So let's say I want my message to be, we have a new bug report from the user. And after that, we are going to share the details. We are going to share the username over here, the name of the person. Then we want to basically share the subject over here. So we'll just enter subject over here. And after that, we are going to share the summary. So what we are going to do here in front of name, we are going to select the response of name from Google Form responses and map it. In front of subject, we are going to select the response of subject over here. Let's select it and map it. And in front of summary, the summary which we have received from OpenAI, we are going to select the response of same summary of the request and map it too. So this is the kind of message we are going to send on our Discord channel. Then if you want, you can basically give the bot a name that will be the bot name who is going to post the message on this channel. So let's say I want the bot name to be Pabbly AI agent. You can give any other name as per your choice. Or if you want, you can basically give different names to different bots posting the message on different Discord channels. So in this way, we have configured this route that if OpenAI detect the request as bug report, only in that case, the AI agent will continue using this route. Let me just select the same response once again and click on save. And then if the bug report is created, this AI agent will share the message on the bug reports channel of our Discord server because we have added the webhook URL for this particular channel. And then just click on save. We don't click on save and send test request. We will be clicking on save over here. So in this way, we have basically configured the first route. And using the same process, we are going to enter the second route as well. I'm just going to rename the second route over here. The name of the second route is feature request. Let's click on update. Click on that set filter and actions tab. Here in the filter step and select label from the drop down, we are going to select the same label from OpenAI responses of request type. And because this is a feature request route over here, we are going to map the value as feature request and click on save and send test request. Now, because OpenAI has detected this particular request whose response we have captured as a feature request, you can see that it is showing us the condition is true. Then we'll just click on this add action step button and here in choose app, once again we'll search for Discord. After selecting Discord, we'll just select the same action event over here and click on connect. After selecting the action event, we have to enter the webhook URL. So we'll go back to Discord and we have to generate a new webhook URL for different channel over here. Click on this new webhook button and the new webhook URL will be added. We'll give this webhook URL a name as feature request, and in channel, we are going to select the channel of feature request, that using this webhook URL, we want to send the message on a different channel, and click on save changes. Then we'll just copy the webhook URL from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in the field of webhook URL. So for each and every channel, we are going to create a different webhook on our Discord server, and in different routes, we are going to add different webhook URLs of the respected Discord channel. Then it is asking us for the message, that what is the message we want to send. I want the message to be, we have received a new feature request. We have received a new feature request. Then again, we are going to send the same details as name over here. Just click on name, subject, and summary. And one by one, we are going to use the same process of mapping. We are going to map the response from Google Forms over here. So let's map the response of full name. Then we are going to map the response of subject as well. Here it is subject. And from OpenAI responses, we are going to map the response of summary. We are going to give this bot a name as, for example, Pabbly Connect agent over here. Pabbly AI agent. We'll just give the same bot name. But if you want, you can give a different bot name too. So after this, because this is the feature request bot over here, we have captured the response or the request from the user of feature request, and we are basically adding the same route. What we are going to do, we will just click on this save and send test request button. And as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received a response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details or the message which we have created over here, this message is now sent on this particular Discord channel whose webhook URL we have added. So let's check it. We'll just go to the same Discord channel over here. We'll go to the Discord channel of a feature request, and yes, here you can see that on this Discord channel, by the same bot name, Pabbly AI agent, the same bot name which we have given over here, a message is sent. And here in this message, you can see we have basically the same message. We have received a new feature request. We have the name of the person. We have the subject line, the same subject line which we have received in Google Form responses. And also we have the same summary as well. The same summary which was given by OpenAI for this feature request. So in this way, you can create different routes for different kinds of messages or the different categories of the messages or user requests which we have created. Now what I'll do, instead of creating the same routes again and again, I'll just clone the existing route which we have created and make some changes in it as well. I'll just rename my third route over here. So the third route is general inquiry. Let's update it. We'll just set up the filter condition. So we are just going to change the filter value as general inquiry and click on save. After saving this, we'll come to this Discord action step over here, and once again we have to change the webhook URL. We'll just clear the existing webhook URL because this is the webhook URL of the feature request channel. We'll go to the server settings and we are going to add another webhook URL over here. Go to webhooks, click on new webhooks over here. The webhook is added. We are going to give this webhook a name as general inquiry, select the channel as same general inquiry and click on save changes. And this webhook URL is generated. Copy the same webhook, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Then we are going to modify the message as well. We are going to share the same details, but here I want to basically make the changes in the message as we have received a new inquiry over here. So instead of feature request, I want to write inquiry. Then after that, we just don't want to change the bot name, so we are going to keep it same and click on save. And as we click on save, here you can see that this action step is also saved over here. And then after that, we are just going to set up our last route. We'll just clone the same route once again over here, and then we will just rename it. Just rename it as user feedback. Then we are going to change the filter value over here. The filter value will be user feedback. If OpenAI detects that the user request is a user feedback, then this AI agent will continue using this route. And then here in the Discord action as well, once again, we'll change the webhook URL. We're just going to create a new webhook for the user feedback channel over here. So just paste the same name, select the channel over here of user feedback and save the changes. And after that, copy the webhook URL, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it once again. Now here what we have to do in the message as well, we have to basically change the message. We have received a new user feedback. And we have the rest of the same details. Then I don't want to change the bot name, so it is the same as well, and click on save. and we are good to go. So in this way, what we have done, we build this AI agent using which whenever we are going to receive a new user request over here via Google Forms, this AI agent will automatically capture the same request, the same data over here. And then after that, this AI agent will automatically send it to OpenAI. Using OpenAI, it is going to analyze and categorize that request. And on the basis of that, it will share the details of form submission or the user request on the dedicated Discord channel as well. Now, after building this AI agent, we are going to test this AI agent once. For that, I'll just copy the link of the same form once again over here. And after that, we are going to make another form submission over here. So in Incognito tab, I'll just open the same form and then we are going to enter the details. So this time, the name of the person is test user. This is the name of the person who is making the request or making the submission. This is the email address over here, test@pabblydudes.com. Then this is the subject, confusing field labeled as ask address node. Then after that, here we are just going to enter the description over here. So this is the description, and urgency, I'm selecting no rush over here this time. And then we will just click on this submit button. Now, as I click on submit, here you can see that just now we have received a form submission in our Google form. And here in this Google spreadsheet, you can see that we have received the same form submission data as well. So here we have the complete data. And as we receive the form submission, the AI agent which we have created, this AI agent triggers, it will send it to OpenAI. Using OpenAI, it is going to analyze and categorize the particular request and then send the message on the dedicated channel. So basically the request which we have submitted, it was a user feedback sharing that the field labels are confusing of ask address node over here, and they have described the same. So this was basically a user feedback. So let's see what OpenAI has analyzed and categorized it. We'll just go to a Discord channel, and yes, if you go to the user feedback channel over here, you can see that the user has shared a feedback, and on the same channel, the details of the user request or the form submission are shared. So we have the name of the person, we have the same subject over here, we have the summary from OpenAI of the same request, and we received this message on the correct Discord channel. So this means the AI agent which we have created is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can build AI agents and automate different processes of your business using Pabbly Connect. Now let me tell you that you will get a clone link of this same workflow of this AI agent in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone this same AI agent into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using it for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this AI agent, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.